Rhythm is life, rhythm is soul. I say let's get it right this time. Let love unfold.
The last thing I saw, and I thought it was one of the first things, Liz. I really thought it was one of the first things I saw, and it wasn't. It was the absolute last thing I saw. Last thing. Like mind had let go, let go, let go, let go. Yep, I can see I'm not this, I'm not that. I can see, yep. Like I had it all down intellectually, totally had it down. I wasn't even interested in listening to another teacher or picking up another book. I wasn't interested. I've done it all to death. But the reality was I've done it all to death. But in my experience, it still felt like me was here. Yeah. And the very, very last thing the mind was hanging on to is this presence awareness, consciousness. And that was implanted in here many, 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 many years ago, in the mid-80s. It was planted in here. Yeah. And the implant was this. Yeah. I'm not the mind, I'm not the body. What I am is this presence awareness consciousness. What the hell do you think of me is going to do with that information? Oh, that's what I am. And it grabs a hold of it. Yeah. And in the process of grabbing a hold of presence awareness consciousness, which is real, in the process of grabbing hold of that, my God, doesn't the me then feels absolutely real. It feels real. Yeah. So the very, very last thing I saw in terms of, mind holding on, it was, like I kind of went, I see all this, like I see all this, but me still feels like it's here. And what was actually happening was, yes, there's a here-ness, all right. Yes, there's consciousness. Yes, there's awareness. It's got nothing to do with the me. It's not me that's conscious and aware. The idea of me I'm talking about.
Yes.
The concept of me. Yeah. So mind grabs a hold of this. Yeah. Years ago it did it. Years ago. Yeah. Grabs a hold of this presence awareness, which of course it's going to do. Because, okay, yeah, I can see I'm not the body, I'm not the mind. What I am is this presence awareness. Right then, you're fucked. At that point.
And everyone must get fucked at that point.
They do. They totally do. They totally do.
And I totally get what you're saying. You say that the me grabs onto it.
Thought does. It's not a me.
But it is.
You've got to try and stop personalizing this me. It's just thoughts. It's just an idea. It's just thoughts that says what I am is this presence awareness consciousness. And the thought can't experience presence awareness and consciousness. So it can't say that's what I am. This is what I am. It can't experience it, Lizzie. A thought can't experience this. Yeah. But when it's like this presence awareness or consciousness gets hijacked by the mind, that's got to be seen. That's got to be seen. When it's time to see it.
When it's time to see it. Yeah, exactly.
When it's time to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now that I've thrown that out there, just check for yourself. See if that too is happening for you. Because like intellectually.
Oh, it is. Definitely.
Yeah. So intellectually, we kind of know because we've been on the non-dual path for a while, Intellectually, we go, yeah, look, what I am is this presence, awareness, and consciousness. That's what I am. Intellectually, we know that. But there's no experience of it. There's no experience of it. That's because the thought that's saying what I am is this presence, awareness, consciousness can never experience it. And it keeps looking, and it keeps looking, and it keeps looking, and it keeps asking questions, and it keeps trying to find this here. And when you are, here's the irony, yeah. When you are actually here, really here, yeah, mind goes into abeyance. Then it's just true experience ing. And the experience ing doesn't comment on anything. The experience ing is not dualistic, Lizzie. The experiencing is not dependent on the mind. It doesn't need the mind. Yeah. Like the seeing doesn't say, hey, Terry, have a look at this. The seeing doesn't. It's just non-dual seeing. Hearing, tasting, touching, smell, non-dual. Experiencing is non-dual. It's non-dual. And becomes dual when the mind steps in and says, rah. And it doesn't become dual. The mind just believes everything's dualistic. I'm here, you're there, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Just a big story, big, huge story. Yeah. That the mind is trying to find, you already are. That's the big cosmic joke. That's the big joke. When all the lights finally turn on, you're raw laughing. Like you don't become something better, Lizzie. Yeah. 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 You don't kind of experience enlightenment. You know, enlightenment is just the absence of the story. Oh, gone. Where do you find yourself? Here. Here.
But Terry.
Yes, Lloyd.
Are you saying a big monkey mind has hijacked Liz?
No. Monkey mind has hijacked consciousness.
Okay, got it.
And awareness and the beingness and yeah. Like,
but the monkey mind is hanging around Liz.
Yeah, if you're referring to Liz as consciousness, awareness, beingness, yes. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
You see that?
Yeah, I got one myself.
Yeah, I know. We all have. Until we don't. Duality exists in the mind only. We've done that one. Like, the biggest bugbear for human beings is they feel separate. Yeah. And the separation would have to be experienced by the body. What's the boundary? The skin. Okay, so anything outside of the skin is separate from me. Yeah. So it's body that experiences the separation. Now, go there. Does the body experience separation? Or is it just a bullshit story the mind has made up that, yeah, it's me and I'm in here and it's the body and the body feels separate? And what part of the body is screaming out to you saying, oh, protect me, I feel separate? The body doesn't experience separation. Unless the mind makes up a story. Yes, the body is separate. But the body doesn't experience it. When you go into the direct experience-ing, there's no separation. Mind creates the seeming separation. Why? Because thoughts work dualistically. That's why. Time, all in there. Time is absolutely dualistic, a conceptual idea. We touched on that one a couple of satsangs ago. And So I've left that one for a moment, but it's dualistic. Time is dualistic. Past, future. What past? What future? For God's sake. If time can be seen, if that can be seen, oh my God, if that can be seen, and it absolutely annihilates the me, annihilates it. Me is a product of the concept of time. Me is a concept. Time is a concept. Even mind is a concept. All thoughts are concepts, descriptions. Yeah. That can truly be seen. Outside of mind, there is no duality. It's all a product of mind. All.
Harry?
Is that Lizzie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how you said if you could understand the concept of time, it would annihilate the me? Well, could you say if you understood the concept of space, it would annihilate the me's?
Yep. Totally could.
So why just those two concepts?
Time and space.
Yeah.
Where does me exist?
Well, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist anyway.
Yeah, but you know that conceptually.
The idea of me exists in my body. It doesn't exist in time and space. It exists in my body.
Okay, so this me that you're claiming exists in your body is not the me, Lizzie.
No.
I'm not saying that there's not an experience. I'm not saying that. Okay? But what it's being identified as is not true. Now, your whole me is based on your past, your memory. It's all contained in mind. Yeah, all of it.
Yes.
That's why I use that pointer. Like if I could create amnesia in you, we wiped out all your history, all gone. Where's Lizzie then? I'm talking about the idea of Lizzie, the believed in Lizzie, the Lizzie that believed it was born such and such a year and it's had all these different life experiences and so on and so forth. That Lizzie I'm talking about.
Mm.
If we created amnesia, where does that Lizzie go?
Yeah, it's gone.
It's completely gone. Yeah. So it's based on the Lizzie, the personal self, is based on the concept of time. It's a concept, though.
Yeah, the concept of a past.
Now, please tell me that you are more than past memories.
Yes. Well.
But see how quickly you answered that? Yes.
Yeah, but I was going to say I was even other than past memories. I'm not past memories. Not
Correct.
Not more than that. I'm just not that.
More than that, as though that has some sort of quality,
Yes.
like it has some sort of the past memories has some sort of value. It's imagination.
Yes.
It's a nothing. It's an absolute nothing. And where does time get experienced? Right now. Like right now. Tell me about your experience of time now. 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 There's no experience of time now. There's no experience of time.
There's no experience of time. There's no experience of time except in the location of memories in the past anyway.
Which means it's absolutely conceptual. Has nothing to do with now. Nothing to do with here. Presence. This is where the aliveness is. This is where the living is. The mistake we make is we bring the past, which there isn't one, into the present, which is not possible, and call that me.
Well, that's an awful big thing to get to realize the truth of, or the falseness of.
The significance of that, yeah.
Yeah, how, I mean, I know it's not possible to do it, but if it were possible to do it, how would I do it?
See if there's any truth. All you got to do is see if there's any truth in what I just said.
But Terry, what my question is then, I can see conceptually there is no truth. Now, obviously, my seeing is not very deep, or I would realize that. I would have the insight of that. So, but that doesn't happen. It stays at an intellectual understanding.
Yeah. That's because you're stuck where I was stuck, Lizzie. You're stuck where I was stuck, which is me is here.
Yes.
And it's not me that's here. It's something else. Or if I couch it this way, yeah, me is not here. You is here. Now you don't know what the you is. And you're trying to find the you. You can't find the you. All that can happen is the you comes to see what the me is. That's the process. Or if you like, true self comes to see false self. False self can never find true self. It can't. You've got to see the illusion of the false self. You've got to see that. Yeah. And we go through the process of thinking that it's, it's the false, yeah, but isn't it the false self that's seeing the false self? And that's just part of the process. And you just got to work with that and see, and then see what's happening with that. See. Just see. Yeah. The truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. I mean, what from the past, Liz, can you bring back into the present moment and show it to me now?
No, nothing.
Good. Good. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Yet what we do is we bring the past into the present and call that me.
Yeah.
That's crazy shit. And everyone's doing it. They just don't realize that that's what's happening. People don't realize that's what's happening.
But Terry, it's something I've done all my life. I'm accustomed to doing it. I'm familiar with doing it.
Yep.
Everyone else around me does it.
Yep.
How can I do anything other than what everyone else does? What quality of thought do I have to bring to the table that has that original spark in it? I have no idea.
Okay. Truth. You do know. Stop listening to the mind that's saying, I don't know, I have no idea. Stop it, Lizzie. You do know. You absolutely do know. Even when I say to you, yeah, bring some portion of the past into the present and show it to me. You know that's absurd. That's the truth. Yeah. You can also see that your whole personal self, the whole personal me, is based on memory, correct? Yeah.
Well,
memory
of the past, but also the personal self. I keep coming back to this. It feels like it's the one in pain. The one in pain is the personal self.
Yeah, and the pains are pointed to presence, awareness, consciousness. This here is real. This here, now. This here is what you're trying to find.
Yes.
It's just that the mind is trying to find it.
Yeah.
And it can never find it. It can't have it. Why? Because it can't experience it.